Hi everyone, it's good to see you again. Thank you for tuning in for the second mini lecture on pronouns. We're going to do these in little bites, okay? We're going to talk in this installment about the types of pronouns. The types of pronouns. And wouldn't you know that there are 8 types of pronouns, okay? 8 types of pronouns. The first type of pronoun is, at the bottom of the first page of the notes I handed out to you, the personal pronouns. Personal pronouns. And I like to use telephone poles to describe the personal pronouns. I hope the board shows for us today. Well, maybe not. Okay. Does that kind of make sense? Can you see what I've got written on the board here? We have nominative case pronouns, okay? And I use this little box thing. It looks like a whole bunch of telephone pole lines and a whole bunch of telephone pole bars. I call them telephone poles, and we use the telephone poles for verbs and also for pronouns, okay? I like to compartmentalize things rather than just listing them all in a big old line. I like to put them in compartments. Okay, now, pronouns have number and person, okay? So if you look on your telephone poles, write this little scheme of things out here, okay? Label it as nominative case, label singular pronouns, label plural pronouns, label first person, second person, and third person, okay? All of your personal pronouns go on these telephone poles, is what I've called them. Your first person, singular, nominative case pronoun is I. Second person, singular, is you. Third person, singular, nominative case is he, she, and it. Let's move over to the right to the plural pronouns. Again, first person, plural, we, many people, right? Second person, plural, you, when I'm talking to all of you students. Third person, plural, we're talking about somebody, and that's the they pronoun in the nominative case. Your nominative case pronouns are going to be subjects of clauses, and they're going to be predicate nominatives, predicate nouns, okay? What's the definition of a predicate nominative? That 3-part definition we learned for nouns. It comes in the predicate, after a linking verb, and renames the subject. Like when you answer the phone and somebody says, "Is Sarah there?" What do I say? This is she. This is the subject, nominative case because it's a subject. Is a linking verb. And the she follows the linking verb, appears in the predicate, and renames the subject, this, me. Okay? I. So we've got the nominative case pronouns. Who, W-H-O, is also always nominative case. A lot of people don't know the difference between who and whom, but it's very simple. You only use who if it's a subject. Hello? That's very simple. Okay? Let's go on to the objective case pronouns. Objective case pronouns. Write yourself another telephone pole. Write yourself another telephone pole. Put all your parts in. The case of the personal pronouns, the number, and the person. Speaker, spoken to, spoken about. Objective case pronouns will never be subjects. I think of nominative case pronouns and objective case pronouns as being opposites. Where you can use one, you can never use another. And remember, what's the definition of grammar? Grammar is the study of words and their function. Okay? Their function. So all words have different spots they can be at. They all have different functions, uses within a sentence. So your objective case personal pronouns, we're still on pronoun number 1, personal pronouns, is me, you, him, her, it, us, you, and them. These will be objects of prepositions, objects of verbs, direct objects, indirect objects. It's about the only places you can use them. The objective case pronouns. First person singular is me. Second person singular is you, talking to specifically you, not a whole bunch of students, but only you. Him, her, and it are your third persons. First person plural is us. Second person plural is you, talking to everybody again, because it's plural. And third person plural is them. Me is going to have a gender. Don't know which one, whoever the me is right now. Me is feminine. You may have a gender if I'm talking specifically to Roger, or if I'm talking specifically to Maria. It's going to be feminine or masculine depending on who I'm talking to. But if I'm just saying, you stop that, you don't know who I'm talking about. So you're going to have to mark that as common and singular and plural, because we don't know if you stop that if I'm talking to one person or a dozen. Okay? Him, her, and it, they're going to be singular. Him is going to be masculine, right? Her is going to be feminine, and it will probably be neuter. Okay? Us will be common, unless a bunch of nuns are talking, and then it's going to be feminine. Okay? Take the whole context into consideration. You is going to be, I don't know. It could be singular, it could be masculine, it could be feminine, it could be common. It depends on who is being addressed. And them is going to be common, unless we're talking to, again, a bunch of nuns or a bunch of priests, okay, that it's all going to be masculine, or all the members of the group are going to be feminine. Okay? So just think it through. It makes real sense if you think about it. Okay? It really and truly does. Make a third telephone poll for the third brand of personal pronouns. Make another telephone poll. And what's the only case we haven't gone over? Possessive. Possessive case pronouns don't get apostrophes. Possessive personal pronouns don't get apostrophes. Possessive case nouns get apostrophes, but not the personal pronouns. Okay? First person singular is my and mine. Second person is your and yours. Third person is his, her, hers, and its. First person plural is, that's not right, is our, sorry, and ours. Second person plural is your and yours. And third person plural is their and theirs. Okay? So those are our possessive case pronouns. Notice there are no apostrophes in this case of the personal pronoun. Okay? This shows ownership. That dog is mine. My dog ran away. Your and yours. It is his ball. His wife looked lovely at the party. Her dress was gorgeous. They're all adjectives. They indicate gender. His is masculine. Her and hers is feminine. Its will probably be common. Their and theirs will either be common or neuter depending on what's being referred to. Your and yours will probably be common. Our and ours will be common unless we know specifically, that, again, that we're talking about nuns or priests or Major League Football team players. Okay? So those are the ones that show possession. Okay? And those are your 3 cases of the possessive case pronoun. All pronouns have case, but they don't fit on telephone poles. Only your personal pronouns fit on these telephone poles. And I want you to know these telephone poles inside and out. I want you to dream about them at night. I want you to memorize them. One of the first questions that I'm going to ask on the pronoun exam is to write the 3 cases of the personal pronouns using your telephone poles. Label it correctly, put up your case, put up your number, put up your persons, and then put in your pronouns. Be 3 separate telephone poles I'll be looking for you to make on that test. Okay? Alrighty. At this point, this is the end of this mini lecture on the first type of pronouns, and we'll hook into the next type of pronoun, the second one of the 8, in our next little video lecture. Thanks. Bye-bye. If I get this turned off.